is not your typical politician. No. He is one who is bringing a message of hope.
He was a politician who was uniquely rising from a community movement, a community political movement that many people outside of Chicago were not aware of.
De spoorweg is een sociale scheidingslijn in Zuid-Chicago. Aan de ene kant de iets wat betere huizen, aan de andere de verpauperde wijken. Met sociale woningen uit de jaren 50 en 60. Altgeld Gardens, waar toen zoals nu drugs, misdaad en werkloosheid heersten, was één van die wijken waar Barack Obama eind jaren 80 aan sociaal opbouwwerk deed.
It was a community that had literally become Chicago's dumping ground.
Henk de Zutter, een gepensioneerd journalist van Vlaamse afkomst, schreef in die tijd uitgebreid over de achtergestelde wijken in Zuid-Chicago.
90% of the Chicago waste dumps were in this area. And coupled with that was a high degree of unemployment, diminishing job base, and fewer jobs for them to get even considered for a job. They had to go out of the community to get training.
But they said it looked beautiful inside. So.
Margaret Bagby heeft 30 jaar in Altgeld Gardens gewoond en ze was er actief in het opbouwwerk onder leiding van Barack Obama. Vandaag gaat ze voor het eerst sinds jaren naar haar vroegere wijk terug.
Okay, all right, good for you.
Daar blijkt nauwelijks iets te zijn veranderd.
Because of the teenagers and the kids, they don't have no upbringing, you know, as far as their parents and I mean, and they just gangbanging and killing each other, and it's sad. Not only out here in Altgeld Gardens, especially. Like I said, there've been over at least 15 murders in the last 6 months out here, or maybe 20 murders. So it's sad. Yeah.
Obama vocht met de bewoners van de zuidelijke wijken tegen de milieuvervuiling van de vuilnisbelten en hij verkreeg dat uit de oude sociale woningen het gevaarlijke asbest werd verwijderd. Maar het is vooral zijn stijl van leiderschap die de inwoners zich tot vandaag herinneren.
He made you think for yourself. You knew what your problem was, but he would break it down. He'd teach you how to break it down. And you can win, you know, if you break it down to an issue.
He was a leader. He was just a born leader. He was somebody who just always knew and understood, you know, and could come up with some solutions that everybody could be comfortable with.
Loretta Augustine Herren was toen net als nu lerares in de plaatselijke middelbare school in Altgeld. Ze is samen met Margaret een van de leiders die Obama heeft opgeleid om het opbouwwerk in de wijken voor te zetten.
He didn't put his desires on us, so to speak. He listened to what we had to say and he understood what we were saying. He didn't interpret it in a different way. When we told him something or told him something we needed to do, he understood exactly what we wanted.
King Jesus is the captain.
De Lilydale Baptist Church, een progressieve zwarte kerk in Roseland in Zuid-Chicago. Dit is een van de kerken die vooraan stonden in de strijd voor betere leefomstandigheden in de wijken. Barack Obama slaagde erin om de verschillende kerken, katholieken, protestanten en moslims samen te brengen.
The main thing that I think the most significant thing that Barack did for us was show us really how to pull together around one common idea in spite of our differences. I think I was probably one of the first non-Catholic pastors in Developing Communities Project. And Barack took the risk to bring some Protestants in and some African Americans in. And he said, yeah, we may be different in our religion, we may be different in our culture, but we have some of the same problems and issues. And so let's work on the issues.
I, as a reporter of community life in Chicago, had heard of him. And a number of other people familiar with this underside of Chicago politics had heard of him and were impressed by his ability to bring people together, to bring them out, and to help them define the issues that were important for them to work on, and eventually confront the power elite, the power structure, to make the changes that were necessary.
Obama wil nu niet alleen de arme wijken van Chicago, maar Amerika veranderen. Zijn medewerkers van toen blijven in hem geloven.
I'm very hopeful. I'm praying that he becomes the next president of the United States. I'm really looking forward to what America could be if we really had a president whose first priority was the agenda of the people and not a political agenda.
Just a handful of dollars.
I know people are skeptical because he's so young and so unseasoned, but he's smart enough to surround himself with the people that he needs that are seasoned in these different departments. I think he'll be dynamite.